I met with the oncologist, um, and we sat down and talked through all of my previous tests and appointments and the surgery and the results. And given all of my statistics and test results and the CT scan and the information from the biopsy, he determined that I have a stage 2A testicular cancer. He is a little concerned about the one lymph node I had that is measuring a little larger than normal. Um, it's not huge, and it's only the one. It is in a place where they cannot biopsy it. It's between my aorta and inferior vena cava, um, and so that's a surgery that is awful. Number one. Number two, there's no way, and it's 1.4 centimeters in its biggest dimension. So hitting that with a needle under CT guided biopsy is next to impossible to see if it is actually malignant or not. And if you miss that and you puncture the vena cava or the aorta, and those are major blood carrying vessels, and that would be bad news bears. So we talked through a little bit about potential treatments after this 1 month period of surveillance. So I'll go into that first. So I have another CT scan coming up at the end of August. I also got blood drawn again today to look at two tumor-specific markers for testicular cancer, and then another less specific marker called LDH, which is lactate dehydrogenase. That was elevated my first go around, but wasn't considered important information, mainly because it was clear that I had testicular cancer. So my oncologist, however, feels that that number is now important because of this lymph node, and so with my blood draw that happened today, I'll get those results back in 3-4 weeks, and he would like to see that number go down with the removal of the tumor. So where are we at? After my blood work comes back, after the CT, if the LDH marker has gone down, the tumor markers are still normal, normal, and the lymph node hasn't gotten any bigger, we'll continue active surveillance. If the LDH has stayed the same and the lymph node has gotten bigger or stayed the same, we'll start talking about radiation chemotherapy a little bit more. If that number has gone up and the lymph node is bigger, then it's a pretty sure possibility that I'll end up getting either radiation chemotherapy, and that's something that will be decided on based on how big the lymph node is, if there are more lymph nodes that have been determined are cancerous or not. So right now I got 4 weeks. I'm just waiting to see what will be the result of the blood work, which will come back here probably Thursday, Friday this week, and then I'll have the results of my CAT scan. I think I have that on the 25th or 26th. I have to double check my calendar. So that's where we're at right now. So we'll see what happens.